Daddy, can we help her? Single dad veteran stopped 3 attackers. Next day 3 Rolls-Royce arrived. Hey there, before you scroll, let me tell you something that'll stay with you long after this video ends. Imagine this, a quiet night, a single dad veteran driving home with his little girl, when suddenly, fate puts him in the path of danger. What happens next? It's not just about courage, it's about kindness, second chances, and how one small act can change everything. So stick with me till the end, you won't believe what pulls up in front of his house the next morning. And hey, if you believe good people still exist, hit that like button and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be heard. It was a cool autumn evening, the streets painted orange by falling leaves. Daniel, a single father and former Marine, was driving home after picking up his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, from dance practice. The old truck hummed softly, and the radio played one of Lily's favorite songs. She sat in the passenger seat, clutching her pink backpack, humming along with her soft, innocent voice. Then, out of nowhere, she pointed through the windshield and said, "Daddy, can we help her?" Daniel followed her gaze. In the dim light of a flickering street lamp, a young woman struggled against 3 men in dark hoodies. They had cornered her in an alley, their intentions obvious. The woman's eyes were filled with terror. Without hesitation, Daniel slammed the brakes. "Lily, lock the doors. Don't move." His heart raced, instincts kicking in like the old days. He didn't think, he moved. Opening the door, he stormed toward the alley, his boots echoing against the pavement. "Hey!" His voice boomed, firm and commanding. The attackers froze for a second, glancing back at the broad-shouldered man with military posture. "Walk away," one sneered, stepping forward. Daniel's eyes hardened. "You picked the wrong night." It happened fast, too fast for the attackers to react. Years of training resurfaced. A twist, a grab, a kick, one man was on the ground. Another swung wildly, Daniel ducked, countered, and sent him stumbling into the wall. The third ran, leaving his friends behind. The woman collapsed against the brick wall, shaking, tears streaking her face. Daniel approached slowly, voice gentle now. "You're safe. It's over." She looked up, still trembling. "Thank you, I thought." "It's okay," he said softly. "You're okay." Behind him, Lily pressed her little hands against the truck window, watching her dad with wide, proud eyes. The police arrived soon after, called by a bystander. Daniel gave his statement, humble as always. The woman thanked him again and again, but he just smiled. Anyone would have done the same. When it was over, he walked Lily to the door and helped her back into the truck. "See, sweetheart," he said as they drove off, "you don't turn your back on someone who needs help." She smiled sleepily. "You're my hero, Daddy." That night, Daniel tucked Lily into bed and sat by the window, staring out at the stars. Life had been hard since his wife passed, raising Lily alone, working 2 jobs, trying to stay afloat. But moments like these, they reminded him why he kept fighting. The next morning, Daniel woke to the rumble of engines outside his small home. He rubbed his eyes, stepped out onto the porch, and froze. 3 Rolls-Royces gleamed in the sunlight, lined up in front of his yard like something out of a dream. And stepping out of the first car was the woman from last night, except now, she wasn't in distress. She was poised, confident, surrounded by people in suits. "Mr. Daniels," she called, walking up the path with a smile. "I hope I'm not intruding." He blinked, confused. Not at all." "Are you okay?" She laughed softly. "More than okay. I owe you my life. You didn't know me, but you risked yours to save mine. And you said, anyone would have done the same. But I know that's not true." Lily peeked from behind the door, curious. The woman knelt down to Lily's level. "You've got a brave daddy, sweetheart." Then she stood and turned back to Daniel. "My name's Victoria Carter. I'm the CEO of Carter Enterprises." Daniel's eyes widened. Carter Enterprises was one of the largest tech corporations in the state. She gestured to the cars. "These aren't gifts, they're symbols. The first is for you, to make your life easier. The second is for your daughter, when she's old enough, a future promise. And the third," she smiled, handing him an envelope, "is filled with something more valuable than cars. Inside, you'll find a job offer, head of security for our company. With benefits, housing, and a future." Daniel was speechless. His throat tightened. "Ma'am, I don't know what to say." Say yes, she said warmly. Because good hearts deserve good lives. Tears welled in his eyes. He looked down at Lily, who grinned from ear to ear. Daddy, you helped her, and now she's helping us. He knelt beside her, wrapping her in a hug. That's how the world should be, sweetheart. Kindness comes back. From that day forward, Daniel's life began to change. The job gave him stability, the house they moved into gave Lily space to grow, and the woman he saved became not just a boss, but a friend. He never sought fame or reward. He just did what was right. And sometimes, that's all it takes to turn an ordinary night into a miracle. As the sun set over their new home, Daniel sat on the porch with Lily, her head resting on his arm. Daddy, she whispered. Yeah, baby, I think Mom would be proud. He smiled softly, eyes glistening. Yeah, I think she would too.